And welcome. This is Christina Hills with the Website Creation Workshop, and welcome to this masterclass training on getting started with the Divi theme. And first, I want to start with who am I? I am a WordPress coach and teacher. I have been teaching WordPress since 2008, and I primarily teach to coaches, consultants, speakers, authors, business owners, healers, artists, all kinds of folks, how to create their websites in the Website Creation Workshop. And if you have never been on a webinar with me before, my background is as a visual effects artist. I worked for George Lucas's company, Industrial Light and Magic, and some of the films that I worked on was Star Wars Episode 1, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Jurassic Park Lost World. I also worked on Mars Attacks. It was a great career. But when I had a child, I decided to stay home and be a work-at-home entrepreneur. Well, what we're doing today is we're talking about the Divi theme for WordPress. So what is the Divi theme? It is a premium WordPress theme. And christinasresources.com/Divi is the place to go to get that. But I want to point out it works with WordPress, not instead of WordPress. Somebody once asked me, does Divi replace WordPress? No, it works alongside with it. And the word premium means it's a paid theme. So there's not a free version of it. It is a paid theme. And I'll talk about that more. Divi comes with over 2,104 free designs called layouts. And here's some screenshots of different layouts. And I'm going to go into that more as well. Now, Divi is for everyone, freelancers, agencies, and website owners. I specialize in teaching website owners, non-techie folks, how to use WordPress. So although freelancers, those are web designers who are solo entrepreneurs, and then agencies, big companies charging big bucks and using Divi to design websites for people. I like to focus on the website owners, people who are beginners, who are not professional web designers, because it is so powerful to use this tool to be able to create an amazing website that looks like you spent $10,000 on. And right now, Divi is having a Cyber Monday sale. christinasresources.com/Divi Cyber Monday. And Joanna, you can put that in the chat at any time now, just so that people have that. Great, you have that in there. And I will show you this more at the end, right? So I'll show you how to sign up and get the Divi theme. Right now, what I want to do is talk about what is it, so that you have a good foundation and understanding of what it is and what you can do. So Divi is like going to the supermarket. There are a lot of options. There's a lot of things you can do with the Divi theme. Some things I haven't even scratched the surface. That's what I love about it. You're never going to outgrow it. And it's great because you can have any kind of design. Any kind of design you want, you can have. So here are some screenshots of some of my students and the Divi websites that they have created. So anyone can create elegant websites with Divi. And there's one more too. So I will show you some more examples. So you can have a consulting website with Divi. There are just a few examples. You can do group coaching with Divi. You can have a group coaching website, a community website. This is Women's Wisdom, and this is a site she built. You can have online courses. So this is a screenshot of my website marketing workshop uh, website members area. You can have landing pages. There are all kinds of things you can do with the Divi theme. Divi is also mobile responsive. So you don't have to worry about, is it mobile responsive or not? So your site is going to adjust on mobile. So here is the desktop version of this site, and on the right side is the mobile. So what it does is it just adjusts for you. And if you just joined us, we are just getting started, so you haven't missed anything. I'm seeing some people who just got on and we are just getting warmed up, so you don't have to worry about if you missed anything. All right, so how is a Divi page organized? So just like your body, Divi has a structure. And once you understand this structure, everything kind of falls into place. So Divi has rows and columns with elements inside. So for each row, and I'm going to keep showing more images because images always help explain things. For each row, you pick a column structure. So what do I mean by that? Like, is it one column? Is it two column? Is it three columns? Is it four columns? Is it maybe a 2/3, 1/3, or 1/3, 2/3, or 1/4, 3/4? So you can kind of slice and dice and divide up your row however you want. So let me just show you. This is a screenshot from the website creation workshop. So here's a row, here's a row, here's a row. See, there's a change in how things look. And then here's another row. And this one is one column. See, just one column. It's got a moving video in there. This one has three columns. So three columns are in here. This one has one column again, right? But it's treated differently. And then this has four columns. And then this last row has one column. So you'll start to look at websites and you'll start to recognize, oh, I see. Down here, she has four columns, but up here she has three columns and sort of more white space around it. So this is what I mean by the structure. So you want to think in terms of building blocks, right? When you're thinking about the website you want to build, you want to think in terms of building blocks. So here's one of my students, and this is her Divi site, and she has two columns. Here's another one of my students, and when I circle it, you'll see there are multiple columns. So there's basically two columns here, and then this was divided up where there's now two columns inside this second column, and now here's one column. So I'm hoping this is making sense, how you have rows and columns. So does this make sense? Just type in the chat, like, yes, it makes sense, and I'll keep going, but hopefully, yes, thank you, Teresa and Jan. Okay, folks are saying this makes sense. All right, so you've got rows and you've got columns. Now what you do is in the columns you put something, and that's called a Divi module. Sometimes it's referred to as an element. And I'll show some examples of these. I don't expect you to read all of these, but you might have an image, you might have an audio player, you might have an email opt-in, you might have a pricing table. So there's all these different things, and you don't even have to know and understand all of them. So let me show you some examples. So this is a screenshot of the graphics creation workshop, and I have three columns and I've stuck images. So there's images and then text underneath, images and then text underneath. So image module and three columns. This is a screenshot of a different page that has a video module in here, and then down underneath it is a call to action. So you watch the video and then you click to get enrolled. That's called a call to action. Then there's a testimonial module. So what that does is it gives you this nice formatting where you can have an image, a text, a picture of a person, and Divi actually makes it a circle, so you don't have to bother to go make circles. This is called a testimonial module. Then there's a pricing table. I don't know if you know this term, pricing table. It's when something is offered and there's different versions. So for example, for the website marketing workshop, you can pay monthly or you can pay annually. When you pay annually, you get 2 months for free. So that's a pricing table. And Divi does all this nice formatting for you. There's also countdown timers. This bonus will expire in and then it will count down. Then there could be circle counters. So when you land on a page, this will animate on, and it's kind of cool. I don't use it very often, but it's kind of cool. You don't have to program the animation. You just tell it what the percentage is, and then it swoops around and displays it for you. Then you can have a contact form. So this is a contact form. This is some text and then a map. So you can embed Google Maps in your site. Okay, so how do you do it? How do you do all of this? Not being a techie or not being necessarily artistic, what you do is you use Divi layouts. That's what they call them, Divi layouts. So as I mentioned, it comes with over 2,000 free designs called layouts. So what you do is you start with a design and then you make it your own. And I'm going to show you some examples of my students who've done this. All right, so this is Louise. I showed her before. She started with this layout. So as you can see, there's a picture. She put her picture in. There's this top area. She put her own words in. There are sort of 2 columns with text. She put her own in. And then she has text underneath. So she's skipping this diagonal swooping thing. This birth support coach, right, referred to as a doula, she used the same design. So she took this, and you can see how it's kind of similar. She changed the colors, and she kept this swooping thing, but then she stuck an image behind it instead. So 2 students using the same design created a different site, which is really exciting. And no one would guess that this came from this. Like you wouldn't guess that. Now here's another student of mine, Kitty, and she used a business coach layout. So you'll see, and I'll go and I'll show this live. Right now I'm showing slides. She took this business coach one and then she put her image in. The blue bar is the same, but she's got a bar at the top and she's got more text. He doesn't have as much text, and I think her button is down below. Now here's a cool one. This is a spiritual coach and she used a florist layout. So this is a design that Divi provides for free when you purchase the Divi theme. So she took this flower shop design and made it her own because she liked the colors, the look, and the feel. Here's another one. This is the florist design, and then she made it her own. So you can see she kept the image at the top, added her picture, and then she deleted this middle stuff and added her own text, and then kept the gray at the bottom but deleted that picture. So This is just to give you an idea. So you don't have to be a florist, but you might like the florist layout. You don't have to be a coffee shop, but you might like that design. So here's an example of one of the sites that we created in the Create Your Course workshop, createyourcourse.com. We actually made a lot of changes, so it's somewhat not recognizable. We started with the SEO agency landing page, even though we're not an SEO agency, and we kept some of the elements. I got rid of these triangles, but I kept this look, and then I put an image in the back, and instead of our services like this, I made it 4 columns, and instead of this, I stretched it wider. So you don't have to be the same business type as the layout. And when I go and do the demo, this will make more sense. So the Divi pre-made layouts you can view them online. You don't actually have to have an account. And christinasresources.com/Divi layouts. Joanna, if you could put that in the chat, then people will have the link and be able to go there. That's my shortcut to look at the layouts. Again, you can look at them before you even purchase. So, for example, what you want to do is view the demo of the layout. And I'm going to go there when I get out of PowerPoint. I'm going to show you. So here's an example of a layout that I picked for one of my websites. So I was redesigning my recipe website with Divi. So this is a screenshot of my old website, and then here's a screenshot of the new website. And look at how much more professional it looks. It's a million times better. So this is the old on the left, on the right is the new, and this was the layout. So this was the design that came with Divi, and I chose this and then I modified some things. So let me just show you what I changed. So the top area, I put in my own picture. I kept the title and the text, but I changed the color of the button. Then in this area, I still had the 3 columns, but they only have 1 row, and I actually have 2 rows here. I kept these little background images. I liked that. This section I just got rid of, and this section I swapped the order. So you get to, like building blocks, you get to mix and match. So you can see I use the same image and I just changed the text a bit. So the great thing about Divi, when you get a Divi layout, is it comes with images and you can use them if you want. So I didn't want to use the veggie spring rolls, but I liked this of people cooking since this is my recipe website, and I liked these little background images as well. So here's one of my students who took the website creation workshop. This was his old site, Culture Work, and here is his new website that he built with Divi. And he said, none of this would have happened without Christina's excellent training. Her easy style and super clear instruction made it possible even for this old dog with very little tech know-how to follow everything and eventually get it done. Christina is an excellent teacher, and the website creation workshop for me was a most pleasant experience, excellent instruction, and enjoyable too. I have to mention also the terrific support I experienced from all of the lovely people in her back office. All right, so what I'm going to do now is demonstrate the Divi pre-made layouts. So I am going to go get out of PowerPoint, and I'm going to go to these examples. So hold on, let me get out of PowerPoint. 1 second. This was the page you opted in for, which is actually also a Divi page. So let me start with Teachers in Transition. And here is, so I showed this in my slide. So this is what's called a demo site. Hopefully you've heard the term demo site. So a demo site is where you get to see the demo of what it's going to look like. So here's the About Anthony, and let me go to her About Kitty. And you can see the similarities. So what's great about this is this has been designed by a designer, and you don't really have to think about it. So Kitty just took that design and she made some changes, but some things were the same. See this, why work with me? Why work with me? So it has these nice little elements and doodads, and she just swaps out for the picture of her. But the fonts are the same, and she didn't have to think about the fonts or the colors. And then here's some more qualifications. See, so basically what you do is you plug and play and put in your own information. So books and publications. Now, if you don't have books or publications, you could just leave that out. So here's books and publications. So you could leave this just whole section out if you didn't have that. What can I do for your business? She changed it to what can I do for your career? Now this business coach layout has different versions, different designs. So this is a homepage design. Let's go to her homepage design. And you can see, let me close that, I got too many things open. See, it's very similar, but she put a moving video in here, and he doesn't have that, or this design doesn't have that. So it's really amazing what you can do with the Divi theme. All right, let me show you, I'll show you this. This is the florist landing page, and here's my student who used that same design. So florist, flower shop, and she decided to get rid of this section. So you get to, like with the building blocks, mix and match. And then I showed you before she had used this on, I think that was her About page. Yeah, and she stuck her picture in there. But it's pretty incredible to think about, wow, this person put this together without being a designer. And let me scroll down. You know, and it has this nice animation, and then it has, there's a lot of stuff and you don't have to use it all. But most of these designs come with, a landing page, a home page. This one has a gallery of your work, but, if that's appropriate, has an online store. This has an About page. So this is the About page that comes with a design, but she decided to use a different layout so you can mix and match. Let me just show you this one. I'd already shown this before. So this is for a life coach, and Louisa used it, and then this gal, Christina, also used it, but put in her own colors. So see, this section here is just like this section, but it's slightly modified. So these are the kinds of things that you can do. Let's see if she has, so she kept it closer to, see, Louisa didn't deviate as much and basically kept the same thing but put in different text, whereas this gal changed the colors and made a gradation. So if you're wanting to know the difference between a landing page and a home page, there's really not much difference. It's whatever appeals to you. So home page, landing page, it's whatever appeals to you. So sometimes I use the home page design, sometimes I use the landing page design. Here is, let me move this over. This is my recipe website and I'm logged in, so I see a top toolbar. And this is the design. So this is what I started with. And then I changed it around and made it my own. But I kept this section that's down here. And then just modified it. So I have a section on restaurants. And this says, this is from our blog, but I decided to add a drop shadow and Divi does that for you. And then get the latest recipes, join our newsletter. I have that at the bottom, but it's not set up yet. Okay, let me go back in. I will come back at the Q&A part and do more with showing you how to pick a layout, but I want to get back into my PowerPoint again. So from current slide. So these were the sites that I showed, and we'll do more. I'll show more at the end. All right, so now I want to talk about how to buy the Divi theme. And then after I talk about how to buy the Divi theme, we can go into questions. So how do you buy the Divi theme? So right now they are having a Cyber Monday sale, which gives you a huge discount. christinasresources.com/Divi-Cyber Monday or Divi Cyber Monday, all one word. And when you get there, and I will go there, there are 3 different options, and this is where people get a little bit confused, and that's why I'm putting this together. If you've never had the Divi theme before, you would pick this one, right? And they call it a membership. So that's just the terminology they use. So this one, you'll get a membership. And this one is if you already have a membership, but you want to upgrade to lifetime. And basically, the cost of if you pay for 3 years, then you've basically paid for a lifetime. And then this is a renewal, meaning you had it before, but maybe it expired and now you're going to renew. So if you've never had Divi, you select this. If you have Divi but you want to upgrade to lifetime, you select the middle one. Or if you just want to continue on with your annual subscription, you pick this third one. So Divi comes as yearly access or lifetime. So right now it's $67 for the year, discounted from $89. So when you sign up and you purchase, you'll pay $67 a year every year. And that's what I did for a while, and then I upgraded. But some people just go straight to I want the lifetime, because if you have it for 3 years, it's totally worth it. And I'm going to go through now some of these FAQs, and then we'll get to Q&A, and I'll be able to go back through any of the slides that I showed before and also do demos. Okay, can you mix and match different layouts? Yes, you can. You want to just be careful when you do that because you want to have consistency on your website. So, but you can do that. If you start with a different theme, like maybe you had your website built already, can you switch to Divi later? And the answer is yes. I showed you with Christina's recipes. I had a completely different design and then I switched. What happens at the end of the year if you don't get lifetime? You'll be able to renew at the end of the year at your same price as $67. So it just locks you in. And how do I get the extra perks? You get the extra perks with a lifetime package. Now, since they're running a sale, there's a whole bunch of stuff you get, even if you don't get lifetime. Do we have the rights to use the images that come with the layouts? Yes. I asked them, they said all our layout packs include 100% license-free images. So with the layouts, the layout designs, the images there you can use. Can you change the fonts? Yes, you can change them. Can you use Divi on a site a designer built with something else? And the answer is yes, you can change themes to the Divi theme. That's one of the great things about WordPress. Do I need the developer package, Divi Cloud, or Divi themes? The answer is no. If you are a solo entrepreneur, I've never gotten the Divi Cloud, and I've never used Divi themes, and I've never gotten the developer package, so you definitely don't need that. All right, so that is my presentation on getting started with the Divi theme. This is Christina Hills. Okay, so we are going to go to questions. So we'll take a few questions, Joanna, and then I'll go and show the Divi layouts and how they can look at the designs. But let's take some questions first.
Okay, great. So Russ mentioned that he purchased the upgrade, but he wasn't previously a member. Is that going
That's
to work out
totally
okay?
fine. Like I
Okay.
said, let me back up. Some people sign up and they go straight to the lifetime access,
Okay.
which is smart. If you're going to have your website for at least 3 years, it pays for itself.
Okay. And Lena was asking if the annual subscription is rolling, or does she have to renew it on January 1st of 2023?
It's rolling.
Okay.
So it goes along rolling.
And then Jody's asking if the annual membership can be used to build more than one site.
I should put that in my FAQ. Yes, you can build as many sites as you want. And see, it says here unlimited website usage.
Okay, and that's for both plans, is that correct?
Yes, that is for both plans. And I'm going to update this. Hold on, I'm going to update that slide. Hang on while I update this slide to Divi Cyber Monday. Okay, let me come back here. And I'll go there in a minute. I just want to answer a few questions.
Okay, sounds good. So we do have a few more questions that have come in. Diane, no, we'll get to Diane's question shortly. Janine was asking, can I use my Divi subscription to build websites for my clients?
Yes, you can. So
Okay,
that's what a lot of web designers do, is they build them for their clients. Now, once you do the pass off, I don't know the details, Janine, but I know a lot of people do build for their clients.
got it. Now Russ was asking, is it correct that there are a max of 4 rows and each row can be divided? Can you give a little clarification there?
Is there a max of 4 rows? Let me, all right, don't get dizzy while I back up to my slide that shows. When I took this screenshot, there were 4 rows. There may be more, but so no, 1 row with 4 columns. So is there an option to have 5 or 6 columns? There might be.
I think there is now, to be
Yeah,
honest. I think it might be up to 6 or 8.
yeah. So there's many more. This, when I took this screenshot to prepare this presentation, this is just what I had, but you could have a lot.
Okay, but you can have more than 4 rows, is that correct? Like you can have as
Oh,
many
so the
rows as you
rows
want. It's
going
the
down, you can
columns.
have as many
Okay,
rows as you want. It can go on
got it.
forever.
Okay,
Like, let me get out for a second and look at one of these layouts. Here, I'll go to the business coach. Let's look at the landing page. So Here's a row, here's a row, here's a row with stuff on this side, but nothing here. Here's another row, so you can have your website can just go on and on and on vertically if you want.
Okay. Sanjay was asking, a lot of the examples that you showed were of the landing page that scrolls down, continuously.
Hmm.
And they were wondering if that's specific to Divi themes and different from the themes that we're using in the beginning modules of the website creation workshop.
In the website creation workshop, I generally keep it simple, but it's this any WordPress website could go on forever and have lots and lots and lots of stuff. So I hope I'm answering that correctly.
Okay,
So
Sanjay
any
just
website can just scroll and you could go on forever.
got it. Just let us know if you have any clarification there.
Okay.
Um, Deborah was asking, she's seeing a lot about Elementor and was wondering how that works with Divi.
Okay, so if you have Elementor, you wouldn't use Divi. So Elementor is a page builder, Divi is a page builder. There'd be no reason to use both. Now you could if you wanted to, but there's no reason to use both.
Okay, and Lena was just wondering how long the Cyber Monday sale will be going on for.
Let me follow the link. So I'll open a new browser tab. Now, one of my students had this thing. If this is for everybody, in your browser, you've got the browser URL, and some people have like a Google search. So you want to make sure you put the link in the browser URL. So I put the link in the browser URL, and it looks like this Cyber Monday is lasting at the time of this recording another 13 days. So Cyber Monday goes on a little bit longer than Divi's Black Friday.
Okay, and I know you mentioned that you weren't going into the back end today. That's not what this webinar was about. But did you have any screenshots of kind of what it looks like on the back end compared to like the spacious
I
theme on the
do.
back end?
I do.
Diane was wondering what it looks like.
Yeah, I can show that. I don't want to get too deep into the weeds, but I do have some screenshots of what it looks like. So, like, here's an example of what it looks like on the inside. But some people build on the outside, some people build on the inside. So this looks a little bit different from what you're used to with Divi. So that's an
Okay,
example.
with regular WordPress. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
So
let's see
so
here.
while you're looking through,
Yes.
once the person goes to the page, you can sign up to get the Divi membership, you can upgrade, or you can renew if you've already had it. So when you click here for the membership, there's going to show you a whole bunch of prizes and things you're going to get. You click claim this offer, and then, like I think it was Russ, you can decide right off the bat you're going to get the lifetime. So you can get the lifetime or you can get the annual pay.
Okay. Now, Marcia was asking for some clarification. She was asked if you get the Divi theme, do you need WordPress? She said you mentioned that you do not use Divi instead of WordPress, so do you
Right.
need both?
Divi goes, oh, I wish I had a slide for that. So, but so how this works is, and in the website creation workshop, I have a specific process. So my students in the website creation workshop, you don't have to worry about this till you get to the end of the course where you'll get hosting. But you get a domain name, you get a hosting account, And then inside that is WordPress. And then you add on a theme, Divi or something else. So you have to have WordPress. So Divi works with WordPress. And in the website creation workshop, all the students get a WordPress site that we install for them so they don't have to think about the hosting until the end of the course. All right, hopefully that answers that question.
Okay, our next question is from Victorina.
Okay.
Victorina was asking, if one does not renew, then does the site come down when the year expires, or can you
Great
renew
question.
every 3 years and not the
So
lifetime? How
I'm
does that work?
making notes about renewal. Let me just make a note. Okay, so you've come here, you're going to get this, you're going to buy Divi, you're going to click, and you decide you want to get just the annual. At the end of the year, it will automatically renew, and I think they'll send you emails to remind you. So at the end of your year, it's not a calendar year, it's whenever you signed up, it will automatically renew, and if you don't want it, you don't have to renew. So if you decide not to renew, your site will still work, but over time, it will become outdated. So just
Okay,
like you got to keep your computer up to date, you've got to keep your websites and your themes up to date.
got it. Okay, so Barbara says, what happens if you buy the Divi theme now and you're using something else? Does it get loaded onto your current site, or do you install it on your computer and then add it to the other site and gradually incorporate it? Or is it
Uh,
like when you switch to Spacious initially? Is that getting a little too deep for this webinar?
It's getting a little bit deep. So when you buy it, it doesn't automatically go into your site. So you have to load it into your site. And in the website creation workshop and in the website marketing workshop, my two programs, coaching programs, I teach you how to do that. So just purchasing it doesn't automatically put it into your website. You then have to add it in and you have to activate it. So I think I can show this. I don't want to get too technical, but I think I still have my old design in here. Oh no, I guess I deleted them to clean up space. Yeah. So I have Divi as active, and then I deleted my old one to clean out space. So it doesn't turn on until you activate it. And Janine, yes, as if you are currently in the website creation workshop or the club or the website marketing workshop, you have access to that training.
Okay, and Victorina mentioned that she is a current WCW student. Was wondering when would be a good time to buy Divi.
If you want to get in on this sale, I would buy it now because they're giving all these extra bonuses away during the sale, plus you get this great price. So you can buy it and then not use it for a few weeks if you're not ready to get started with that.
Okay,
So now's a good time because you get the discounts, you get the bonuses. So I would lock in the price now.
okay. And Nick was wondering, which layout can I use for a marketplace of business and real estate buy and sell showing all listings? Are there
All
any
right.
layouts that would be good
Yeah,
for
why don't
that?
we go? Maybe we'll go to layouts now. Um, well, I'm trying to find, okay, trying to find my link. So again, I'm pretty sure this is it. Yes. So I'm copying and pasting christinasresources.com/Divi layouts. That is my link for Divi, and it gets you to this layouts area. So you don't have to have an account to look in here. So when you come in here, it will show you all these different layout packs. And it looks like they got new layouts so I'll have to update my slides. So what does that mean, a layout pack? So for example, I'll just click on restaurant. You come to restaurant and they've designed a whole bunch of pages, like about page, blog, contact. So in this pack for a restaurant, you get all these different designs. And we can go back to the layouts list. So what did you say he was again?
So he says marketplace of business and real estate buy and sell showing all listings.
Okay, so let me select. So there's these different categories. So if I select business, and sometimes you've got to wait a few minutes, it will bring up all the layout that have to do with business. But you might find something in technology that you like. And if I click both of them, it's going to bring up the business and the technology. So then you scroll through and you want to look at the designs, forget what it does, right? Just look at the design. So I'll just click on this architecture firm. So, and let's look at the demo for the architecture firm. You don't have to be an architect, but you might like the colors, the fonts of how this is put together. So you can use this look for anything. You don't have to be an architect. Just like Denise used the flower design even though she's not a florist. So you want to look at, do you like the look and feel? Do you like the color schemes? Do you have a feeling like, yeah, I could use this? If you don't want to blog, you can just delete this whole section. So then, right, now I'm on the demo. This is an example for the architect. There's different designs. So this is an about page. See, this has 8 different designs. So the about page, here's the contact page, here's the architectural home page. Now, people keep asking, what's the difference between landing page and home page? To me, it's whatever you like the look of. So if you like the look of somebody comes to your site and they see this with the images coming on, pick this one. Or if you like this, pick this one. It's landing page and home pages in general mean something different, but when it comes to Divi, it's just a design. And then here's a portfolio design page, and you don't have to use it. Here's a services page. So somebody could be a business coach and like this look and feel and just swap out their own images. All right, so let me go back to layouts. So I'm on this layout page. I'm going back to the layouts list. If you want to see everything, you just uncheck things. So just uncheck both of it and you'll be able to scroll through 289 layout packs. And then, so here's like the florist one. Then in this layout pack, there's 7 different designs. Okay, Joanna,
Okay.
what other questions?
Okay. Deborah was just asking clarification on when the next class webinar is going to be.
So if you're in the website creation workshop, you can just go to our members area and you will find the link for when the next class is. I think there's one next week. Isn't that correct, Joanna? Not this week?
There is one tomorrow.
Oh, there's one tomorrow. Okay.
Yes, there is one
Yes.
tomorrow.
Yeah, we
Okay.
send emails out to all the students the morning of, but you can find the info in the classroom.
Got it. Lena was just wondering, what are some of the bonuses that Divi is giving away with the sale this year?
Okay, let's go look. So let's go to, let me get that link up. So you get a discount on price. Now I just want to show you, if you accidentally, if your browser's set up with a Google search and you put this in, you're going to get a Google results, and that's not what you want, right? So you want to put it in the address bar. Okay, so you're going to get this. I think you have to pay extra for. And again, I've never used it. This is more for agencies. But you are going to get one of the bonuses. So this is a prize that you get when you purchase now, and the bonuses keep changing. So you'll get one of these bonuses when you buy, and it just keeps rotating. Plus, in your account, plus all of these layouts, you get all of these layouts. They come with Divi. So when I'm deciding to build a website, I look at a layout and decide what design I like. So let me just look at some others. So this one is copywriter. I think, let me look at this. So you don't have to be, let's view the demo. You don't have to be a copywriter. Maybe you're a coach or a consultant and you just like the look. And someone had asked about pictures. Barbara had asked, you can substitute your own pictures. So just like Kitty did, she has um, her own pictures in here. So maybe some of these are her own, maybe some of them came with the theme. I don't know, but you can substitute your own pictures. So again, you want to think outside the box. You might not be a copywriter, you might be a coach, and so you might like the way this look is. And maybe you don't have a portfolio, so you just don't use that page. But here it's got a nice FAQ page designed in it as well.
Okay, so we're still getting questions coming in.
Yeah, so some
Sanjay was,
people were, let me just go back to, Sajay, about these. When you get Divi, they're also running sales on these other things. Like I said, I teach to website owners. I've never used Divi Cloud. I don't think you need it. I've not used Divi Teams. I don't think you need it. I have not used the e-commerce booster. So this would be an additional fee, I believe, and it's just on sale now.
okay. Sanjay was also wondering, they bought Divi for a year and they were wondering about the extra theme, Bloom Monarch. Should they download everything or kind of what do they do with that stuff?
When you, let's see, does it mention Bloom in here? You're going to get these. Oh, I thought it came with it. 25%
Yes,
off.
they bought it and they got in there and they saw them and they're wondering, do they
Ah,
download them or what should they do? What should they do with them?
you could download them now. I usually wait until I need it, but once you sign up, you'll have an account, and then inside your account, you can download all these things.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Um, Myrna was asking if you can tell us some more about the header and footer sections.
So this is the header, and down here is the footer. I wasn't planning on talking about that, but with the Divi, hold on. You get these extra header and footer packs, and I have downloaded them. I haven't dove in to see exactly what it is. I haven't needed it. So I like to stick with the preset designs, but you do get a header and footer pack, and once I dig into it, I'll probably teach that to my students.
Okay. Mary says, I bought Divi before and never used it. Do I have to buy it again?
You shouldn't have to buy it again. All right, so let me show. I'm inside my account, there's the themes and plugins. And so see, there's Bloom and Monarch. These are other things you get as a bonus. You may or may not need them. So if you've never used it, log in and see if you can still download it if your membership hasn't expired. So again, you don't
Okay.
have to use it right away. And then
Okay.
with the lifetime, if you get the lifetime, then you'll have a perks tab. And down under here are landing page layouts, theme builder layouts, header and footer, and WooCommerce. So again, just like Divi's like the supermarket, there's so much you can do with it. Don't feel you have to do everything with it. So I haven't talked to Kitty about how it went for her, but her site looks great. And you can also make your own designs as well.
So Victorina had a clarification question. So I know the sale is going on for another 13 days or so. So she's wondering if that's like the deadline to purchase Divi, and then after you purchase it, can you wait until you need it to activate and begin your membership? Or how does that
Exactly.
work?
So for the next 13 days, and I wouldn't cut it close because this is global, so you don't know what time zone it is. So I would, in your brain, say the next 12 days, just so you don't accidentally, you thought it was one time zone and it was another. So you can purchase it and then have an account, and then you can use it whenever you're ready. Did I answer the question? Yeah, you can wait till you need it to activate it.
Okay, but the membership does begin the day that you, like if
You
you buy an
purchase
annual
it.
membership, it begins the
Yes,
day you purchase. Okay.
yes,
And it's just that it's on sale for the next 13 days. Like you can
exactly.
buy it after that. It just won't be on
You can
sale.
still buy it after that, but all these extra bundles you're not going to get.
Got it. Okay.
So in my account, these perks are going to go away. So they're only available, these perks and these freebies. So they'll go away after the 13 days. So you might as well download it to your computer. But
Okay.
the basics that comes with it, that's not part of the sale. You'll just have inside your account.
Now Jody was asking, I started building my website using the free versions of Astra and Elementor with WordPress. If I
Okay.
decide to switch Divi, she's wondering if she'll lose everything.
You shouldn't lose everything, but I would recommend, like if you're in the website marketing workshop, you can get a practice student project, and my team, it's a small fee, and we can copy it over. So you can build your site in a new area while you still have your old one up.
Okay. And Teresa says, if I did purchase the Divi theme before and didn't download the perks, are they gone now? Or should you just like log in and
I
check?
would log in and see if you have the perks. I was told the perks are for lifetime memberships, if you have a lifetime membership, and if you don't have a lifetime membership and you want to upgrade to it, you can click to the claim the offer and you'll get the extra perks if you upgrade. And it's going to have you log in.
Okay. So just log in and check.
Yeah.
Okay.
When
Teresa
I
has the
first bought
lifetime.
Divi, I got a bonus, and I don't think I ever actually used that bonus because there's so much that comes with it.
Okay. So Barbara says, I looked through all of their layouts and only found a couple that seemed like they might work for me, but I thought I was likely missing a lot and I thought the colors were limited. Is that true?
So you can change the colors. So just like this gal, she changed she used this life coach design, but she changed it to these pink colors. So you can change all the colors um, however you want. Now, the thing that I try to teach people is to look past what it's for. So maybe you like this wedding design, but you're not like getting married, but you like the fonts and you like the colors and you like the way it works. So try to think outside the box when looking at the designs, just like the spiritual coach did with the florist, or this interior design. Let's look at this demo. So maybe you like the look of these boxes and these photos and just how it moves through. Like you could be a business coach and use this design. So think outside the box. Don't just say, oh, I'm not an interior designer. I'm not going to look at that. Does that make sense? There's another one in here.
Barbara, let us know if you have any clarifications on that.
Okay. And if you have lifetime from last year, Teresa, you should be able to log in and get the perks. Now, some of these have, like this is a language school, but let's look at this demo. So some of these have illustrations, right? So maybe you're not a language school, but you're a communications coach or you're a couples counselor. Like this could work with that. And maybe you don't give a certificate, so you don't use that. But these designs are all illustration focused. So maybe you're not teaching a new language, but you just put in your own words in here.
That does kind of bring us to a question from Teresa. She was just wondering if you can use the pictures and graphics from different Divi layouts. Like, are they movable in between layouts?
You can, I mean, you can copy them over from one site to another. I mean, yes, you can do that. You can do that.
Okay.
I think it's easier if you pick something that is more, it's going to work more for you and then just delete certain things or maybe don't add certain things. So here's the landing page versus the language school homepage. I think I like this landing page. So the idea is you can mix and match and pick something. You might not be a gardener, but you might like the look and the colors. You might not be a nursery, but you might like the look of the colors. Actually, one of our students is not a nursery, I think, but she's using that design. You might not be a makeup artist, but you might like the way that looks. There was one in here for a restaurant that I thought was really nice, even if you're not a restaurant. All right, let's go back to questions.
Okay.
Try to find the
So
restaurant.
on the topic of homepage versus landing page, Russ says, I think of homepage as more general and a landing page is more specific, like domain.com/page.
Yes,
And
so
his question, oh,
let me just, before you get to the question, in
okay,
the internet world, your home page is the home page of your site and the landing page is something specific. When it comes to Divi and the designs, it doesn't matter. You just pick the design that you like. Okay, Joanna,
okay.
back to you.
Yeah, so he was just saying if you use a landing page layout, then you wouldn't need to do this. But I think you kind of
What's the
answered that.
question? Okay.
Russ, I think that we answered that. If there's clarification, just let us know. We can circle back to that.
Now here's one for, and let me turn this on. Here's one for an astrologer. So if you're an astrologer, like this is totally on point, this imagery, and you can probably change these colors if you don't like them, but this is really nice imagery that you could use if you're an astrologer. So you might want to keep all of that. All right, let me go back to the layouts list. So let me just explain. Okay, go ahead, Joanna.
Okay.
Now, if you, oh
Lena
wait,
was asking.
one comment. If you bought last week during Divi Black Friday, the Cyber Monday is essentially the same. So don't worry if you bought it last week or this week, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Lena says, if we delete pages within a layout pack, can we get them back later? For example, if
Yes,
you don't have a portfolio now, so you delete it, but then you get one later.
you can always add it in.
Okay. And our next question, Sanjay was asking, when you buy Divi, do you download the Divi plugin as well as the Divi theme?
That is a great question. So the Divi, I think I can show this. I don't want to get too complicated for people, and I don't want to confuse you all. In fact, just type in the chat. Are you able to follow along what I'm doing? I don't want to get too techy.
Folks are saying yes.
Okay, because I don't want to lose people. So let's say you have a site. So here's ChristinaHills.com, and this is not using Divi. So ChristinaHills.com is not using Divi. It's using a different theme. I really like the look, but I wanted one page to be on Divi. So this one page uses Divi. And this is my link tree for Instagram. So my main site doesn't use Divi, but this one page does. So that's when you would use the Divi plugin. So you use the Divi plugin when you're using a different theme, but you only want one part of your website to have Divi pages. But most of the time, people are going to use the theme. But that's what the plugin is. If you just want one page to be on using Divi. Hopefully that makes sense.
Okay. And Barbara typed in a follow-up. She said she was definitely trying to look past, what the layout said it was for and was looking at the color combinations and the designs. She said, I like the possibilities thinking forward, but some are so busy. I kind of like a few, like the florist language and maybe a few others, but she's gonna look again.
Yeah, so you can change these colors up. If they're colors that you don't like, you can change them up.
Okay. And if you feel like it's too busy, could you potentially remove some elements to make it a little bit simpler?
Oh yeah, so let me just, I don't know which one to pick. All right, maybe the architect one. If you don't want this whole section, you can delete it. So, okay, let's go to the food recipe one since I know this well. So I got rid of featured in. If it's what they do is they give you a lot and you just delete it out. So I don't have featured in. So let me go to the bottom of my home page. So I don't have featured in at all. So you can delete sections, and that's what Denise did. She deleted a lot of sections. So when you're looking at these designs, you're going to be thinking, wow, there's a lot here and it feels really busy and I don't really want all of this. You can just delete it. All right.
Okay.
Where?
A few more questions.
Okay. I'm
Jody
game.
says,
I'm game to keep going for maybe another 10 minutes or so.
okay. Jody says, please tell us more about the mobile responsive feature. Does that happen automatically or do we need to work on that while building our websites?
It happens automatically, but you can take your browser and shrink it down, and then you can kind of see what it will do. So see how when I change the browser, the image changes, it moves around. So it just happens automatically. There might be a little bit of tweaking you'll want to do, but and I go into this more in depth inside both the website creation workshop and the website marketing workshop. So the difference is, let me go to website marketing. So I know some people here already have WordPress and they already know the basics of WordPress. And So this is my program for people who know the basics, and you can jump in as a monthly membership or an annual membership, and then you can drop out at any time. So if you want more specific one-on-one help, you can get that. And the training, so my training is inside. If you're a website creation workshop student, I'm looking at Victorina's question. It's in our members area, and we can go over that more tomorrow on the class call.
Okay, perfect. And Sanjay was just wondering, do you think scrolling continuously is preferable to having visitors on your site rather than clicking on a tab and opening different pages, like having one long page as opposed to breaking
You
it up?
know, that's different styles for different people. I prefer to have menus at the top and have people be able to click and go where they want to go. Um, but some people like to have one long page. So
Okay.
it's really it's a personal preference of how you want to do things. So in my recipe website, I have different categories up here for different foods. And let's see, Kitty has some different, I think it's easier to navigate if you break it up for people, but some people like to have long pages. So for example, the website marketing workshop, this is my enrollment page, so there are no tabs because this is the place you go to find out about the course. And I've got a video here at the top. And so this is long and you scroll down and it shows what's included. So this is my training, and plus I got a bunch of bonuses. This is my training for people who want to coach with me.
Okay. Barbara was asking, does installing this and storing the bonus things take up a really large amount of space?
No,
Okay.
no. Yeah, you
Grace
just save it on your computer.
Grace was wondering, can you import a photo of your choice for your homepage?
Yes, yes. So just like this gal did, and just like I did at the top. This is my own photo, but I could have used stock photography. So you can put in your own photos, you can use their photos if it's however you want. This is why if we got any astrologers on the call, these are pretty nice images. And I'm guessing you can change the color of the font, that's for sure. I'm guessing you can change these other colors of this imagery, but I'm not positive.
Okay. Martha was wondering, with the Divi account that you get, how does that mesh with the WCW classroom?
Okay, so so when you sign up, you buy a membership. And once you have a membership, you have a login to log into your account. So I'm already logged in. So if I go to my account, then in my account on Elegant Themes, I have stored all of these different themes and,
Is your screen paused?
oh, my screen is paused. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. So once you purchase, you'll pick a username and password, then you'll have an account. So if I go to my account, then all of the things that I get with this membership are stored in here. So then what I would do is I would download it and it would save it to my computer. So when I click download this, now I'm saving this to my computer, and then from your computer you can upload it into your WordPress site. If you're in the website creation workshop, I have videos to show you how to do what I just did, and you would install it into your student project. If you are listening to me now, you're on this webinar and you don't know WordPress and have never had a website before, please email support because we are probably going to be doing another class in January. So you could email support or just stay on my email list and you'll get notified about that.
Okay. Pam was asking, does Divi replace course hosting platforms like Thinkific or Teachable?
Yeah. You might have to do a little bit more. And this call is not about kind of comparing different course hosting options. So I don't want to go too deep into that, but it could replace that.
Okay.
But that's a bigger conversation. This call is not about how to build an online course. This call's about how to build a website, and you might use it for an online course.
Got it. Okay, so Sajay was wondering, when you download the Divi theme from Elegant Themes, you get a zip file. And do files typically include a child theme, or is that unnecessary with what we're doing in the WCW?
So I don't want to get too techy and start
Okay,
talking about child themes because I didn't cover that today. So that's something you can bring to a class. So it gives you the theme, then you can make a child theme, but I don't want to confuse people if they don't know what a child theme is. So
got it.
I don't use child themes very much. So if you're listening, you don't know what a child theme is, it's a bit of an advanced question.
Okay, so I don't see any more questions about Divi, but we did have a couple folks just asking about hosting. And I don't know if Cyber Monday sales are still going on hosting, but we have a couple folks, Deborah and Martha, that, they're in the class, they're trying to decide, should they buy hosting if they just started the program, and, which one do you recommend? They have no idea which one's best, and kind of what
Okay,
should
well,
they do?
okay, great question. I sent out some emails about hosting because, hosting companies are doing sales as well. And down here, these are the companies that I'm familiar with: Green Geeks, SiteGround, Bluehost, and WP Engine. WP Engine is a little bit more advanced. So if you're a beginner, I'm not sure if you want to start with that. Plus, it's more expensive. Bluehost and SiteGround and Green Geeks are all designed for the person who's a solo entrepreneur and wants good hosting. I am favoring Green Geeks lately because they're so easy to interact with. Uh, SiteGround is excellent. They've got excellent hosting. They've got lots of excellent tools. They're a little bit harder to interact with, but if you don't have any problems, then don't worry about it. Just know when whichever hosting you pick, right, when it's on sale, you just want to note that it's $4.95 a month, but after your term, however months or years you sign up for it, it is going to revert to a higher price. Yeah, and Monica's saying she likes Green Geeks as well. So christinasresources.com/Green Geeks. So I've had them maybe for a year. I've had SiteGround for many years. I've had Bluehost for many years as well. So they're all slightly different. Green Geeks is my latest favorite, but I've had Bluehost for years. The people who work there are really awesome. But just whichever hosting company you pick, just know that at the end of the term, right? So if you pick this, I would pick many years because at the end of your term, it's going to go up to 18. So just know that.
And for those that are just starting the WCW, would you suggest that they buy it now during Black Friday, or what is it better for them just to wait until they get up to, that point in the course to
It
purchase hosting?
depends, if you think you're going to get your site up within the next month or two, I would probably get in on the sale. So that's up to you.
Okay, perfect. Now Russ was asking for a little bit more clarification. You showed the 4 different hosting options, and he was wondering if you could give a little bit more information on like what they should look at in making a decision on which company to go with. Do they all support subdomains? You mentioned that some are easier to interact with, so he was asking, can you get phone support?
Okay, subdomains, so I don't want to get too technical. I personally don't like subdomains. I find them confusing for me and confusing for the user. So do they offer subdomains? I'm not sure. You'd have to look. Um, I know SiteGround offers email hosting. Bluehost offers email hosting. WP Engine does not. So you have to host your email somewhere else. So these 2 are included. I believe Green Geeks also includes
Yes,
email
they
hosting.
do.
So I'm guessing they're all going to support subdomains, but like I said, I don't use and teach subdomains because I find them confusing, but Russ might have a situation where he needs to use a subdomain.
Okay,
But in terms of phone support, these guys are so easy to live chat. I've never needed to call them because it's so easy to work with them. Um, Bluehost has phone support. SiteGround has phone support, but it's hard to get to find it. So and I don't know if Green Geeks has phone support. They probably do. I've never needed to call them.
okay. Monica says yes, so I
Okay,
guess they
that
do.
they do have phone support. Yeah, like I said, I've never needed to call them. But SiteGround's really fast. It's got a really high reputation. Just watch, if you sign up, maybe you want to sign up for 2 or 3 years because at the end of it, then the price will jump up.
Okay, Russ says that's very helpful. Okay, well, Christina, I think we got through all of the questions.
Yeah, so for those of you who are in the website creation workshop, if you've got more questions about hosting and themes and all that, you can ask in the class. For those of you who are not in the website creation workshop because you know the foundations, you might want to consider joining the website marketing workshop. And for those of you who just want to go it on your own, no problem there. If you we'll have a replay of this video, and I would love to see what site you build anyway, even if you're not in my course, but in my course you get a lot of hand holding. So the place to go to if you're interested is, let me move this over, christinasresources.com/Divi Cyber Monday. So into the browser it goes, and then you can sign up. Just be mindful of when it's going to expire because you don't want to miss out. Okay, Joanna, I think, wow, we went a half an hour over, but I think we'll end this here. And thank you, Joanna, for helping me. This has been a really lively webinar, and I don't know if I want to take any more polls. No, I think I think I'll leave the polls. I think we'll just end it here. So we will send out a replay if you want to watch the replay. And oh, Barbara's saying it was scheduled for 75 minutes. Okay, well, we went 15 minutes over. Thank you to Joanna, to everybody else on my team, and to my amazing students who constantly keep me inspired to teach and to learn more and to help you stretch from being someone who is afraid of technology to someone whose their friends can't believe they built the website themselves. So that's it for me, Christina Hills, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye, everybody.